Warmly welcome to Live in the Hive, my show, The Cool Way to Calm. I am Dr. Annika Sorensen from Sweden. I work with stressed out business leaders, helping them to slow down so that they can then ramp up and get going and do more things in less time with less stress and more revenue in the end. Today, I want to talk about vacation. I called this session, Vacation is a Must. And are you longing for vacation? Are you longing for having that free time for yourself? The amount of vacation that we get or vacation days we get in different countries is different. And I am lucky to live in a country where you have at least 25 work days off as vacation, paid vacation per year. And like I said, if you are employed, it differs from country to country. And entrepreneurs and business owners, of course, they have more freedom or not, depending on where they are on their business journey. Anyway, this is something that is important for everyone. And I am talking about this to make people, am I talking about this to make people envious, that some have more and some have less? No, I'm talking about this because it's such an important issue when you talk about stress management. And it's life-saving to take breaks. So that's why I'm talking about this. And vacation is only a part of what you can do for saving yourself to have a less stressed life with the breaks that I will talk about. So let's look at why this is important. Stress, that is when the demands are higher than what you can do, what you can perform. It can be too much to do, the endless list. It's never ending and you never get to the end of it. And you are chasing around in that hamster wheel. It can also be when it's too hard. You maybe only have one task to do, but it's so hard and you have no idea how you're going to get to the end of it. And your stress hormones are going to the top. It can also be when you have too little to do because you feel worthless. You have no meaning in life. So what's my worth if I don't have anything to do, when I can't produce anything, when I can't make anyone happy with what I do? So all these situations, they raise your stress hormone levels. We have a normal level of stress hormones. It goes on and on and on a normal level, because we do have stress hormones all the time, because that's part of our normal biology. If we have no stress hormones in our system, we are dead, because you can't live without them. But they are supposed to be on this normal level. The amounts goes up and down a little bit during the day, depending on how hard things are for you in the normal day. But in a not stressed situation, they go down to the normal level every now and then. And that's what we want them to do. But if the task is too hard, or there is too much, or we feel worthless, then the levels of the stress hormones, and the stress hormones I'm talking about, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol, those are the most important ones, the big ones. There are tons of other things in the system, but we don't have to care about those, because that's another level. Anyway, these hormones, they are supposed to be on this normal level. And when your demands are too high, they kind of raise, and they raise and they raise and they raise. And if you don't get them down to the normal level every now and then, then you are going to have a higher amount of stress hormones in your blood, and you will get symptoms like you get angry, you get ache, stomach ache, headaches. You can make a lot of faults. You have to redo stuff, and you forget. And if you do it a lot, also your immune system will go down. You get more often a cold. It's often not so easy to see in yourself, but other people see that you become a different person. You get nasty to them in a way that's not you. You don't want to be like that, but that's what happens. So this is a situation you don't want to be. So you want those to go down to the normal level again. And there is one basic way to do that, and that is to take a break. And that's why I'm talking about vacation. Because regular breaks over the day, that's the key. Every day, many breaks, every hour. You can just stand up, jump around a little. That is going to help your brain and your system with the stress hormones to lower themselves. And if you do it often enough, you will be on a normal level most of the day. And if you can't do that, if what you are doing is too hard, it doesn't really work that way for you, then there is the other way that you can lower your stress hormones with, and that's acceptance. You accept, this is how it is. I can't do anything about it, and I accept it is. I don't like it. You don't have to like it. You don't like it, and still it's okay, because I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, and I will do it good enough for what I can, and it will take longer. It will, whatever. But in the end, you will be fine with that. And then you can change it the next time or whenever you can. And if you can't change it, then you have to have this acceptance over and over and over again. Otherwise, you have to move yourself to another spot in life. That's when we talk about the corona, for instance, right now, that's one of those things. You can't do anything about it. The coronavirus is there, whether you want it or not, and you can't take that away. But how you act and react is something that you can do something about, and accept. This is how it is. I will walk around it. I will do whatever I can to avoid it, and that's fine. So anyway, best is the regular breaks, small breaks every day. And sometimes it's good to have a longer break, and we usually do have the weekends, right? At least most people have some kind of break and resting time in the weekends. And then it is also very good with a longer break. And that's where you get the vacation. It is like a retreat for your brain. So your brain can just forget what you are doing normally and have a good time. Just be. Don't have to think. And I'm not talking about the vacation where you just sit down and do absolutely nothing. No. It's very good if you move around, if you use your body, if you do things that you like, that's triggering your fantasy and your whatever whatever system you have. And you see, it's having a longer break, then your brain, like I said, it will be able to rest, and it will be able to do some house cleaning, so to speak, so that you come back to work in a fresh way, where things are good, and you can do things without having to think about that you are stressed out all the time, because you haven't come back to that. So a longer break, I mean, if it's a 1 week, 2 weeks, or 4 weeks, it doesn't really matter, as long as you give your brain a break every now and then. How do you take breaks and vacations? Do you do it on a regular basis? Maybe you can take a piece of paper and make a plan. Think about how you actually do this. Do you give yourself small breaks every day, a lot of times, so that your stress hormones go down to the normal level? If not, then maybe you can plan it. You can set the alarm in your phone, just so that you jump up and down every now and then, or take a deep breath. Because if you do it on a regular basis and actually practice on a regular basis, even if you are not stressed for the moment, then it will become more like a habit. And if you have a habit that you can't resist, then you got something really good for yourself. So start taking breaks, small ones every day and longer ones every now and then when you have the chance. That is how you're going to help your brain feel good, and you will feel less stressed. You will get more done, and things will be much more positive for you, and you will probably have more revenue, and things will be, yes, just good. And if you want more information like this, then you can go to my website, askdrannika.com, and there you can find a free starter kit where it's a PDF where you can start your journey towards a less stressed life with tools and tips. And also there is a link to the webinar that I'm having, a free webinar on September the 7th is the next one, depending on when you listen to this. If you listen to this later, there will be a link for a webinar that is coming up later on. And that's what I was going to talk about today. So thank you so much.